more. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going to start with a very short story. I'm not going to take more than a couple of minutes. Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi, studied law, became barrister in England, and then he went to South Africa to practice his law. And he saw the discrimination against the colored people, and he started his movement against discrimination. When he started it, he called it passive resistance. And the name passive resistance had a mixed response. Many thought that it's the sign of weakness when we are saying passive resistance. Where is the aggressiveness in the word passive? And so he thought about it, and he came up with the word satyagraha, which became quite famous. But satyagraha being a word in Gujarati, he was from Gujarat, Indians can understand that, but it wasn't appealing to the international crowd. And so he started with satyagraha, and after a few months, a friend saw what he was doing, what kind of movement he was leading, and sent an article written by an American author almost 6 decades ago. His name was Henry David Thoreau, who was born in Concord, Massachusetts. He read that article from Mr. Thoreau and termed his movement in English civil disobedience, which gained the momentum worldwide. So the civil disobedience was actually discovered in Concord, Massachusetts, in United States, almost 6 decades ago, before Gandhiji started the movement. Henry David Thoreau was born in 1817, and he lived through the large part of 1820s and 1830s. And those were the bombastic years for debate in United States. There was debate about anti-slavery movement. There were multiple groups being formed all around the US, pro-slavery and anti-slavery. And they had participation from all kinds of people. It wasn't only blacks, whites, everyone standing together. There was movement for women's rights. There was movement against anti-xenophobia. And there was movement in favor of transcendentalism. Transcendentalism has its roots in India and Eastern cultures, but then it travels to Persia and Greek, and it was packaged together by French and German scholars, Kant being one of the famous, and then it reached New England, through England. And there were many people. One of the famous one we know, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was transcendentalist practice, and he was a friend of Henry David Thoreau. Henry David Thoreau lived on Ralph Waldo's land, Walden Pond, and he wrote about his attraction to the nature. And one day, he was going into the town, Concord, to get some shoes, and he was arrested because to protest against the slavery and in the support of abolitionist movement, he did not pay the poll tax. And so he was arrested, and he was put in jail for it for a day. And that's where this idea of civil disobedience came. And so the point I want to make is the idea of this leadership, peace movement. Gandhiji described 4 people as his teacher: Leo Tolstoy, John Ruskin, Rajchandra, and Henry David Thoreau. And it's the idea of peace, leadership, and nonviolence radiated from India to the United States, back to the Gandhiji. And today, we have such leaders who are celebrating that energy of US-India friendship, from the state of Maryland, and none other than Senator Chris Van Hollen, who exemplify the leadership and who radiates the energy of US and India friendship. Please join me in honoring Senator Hollen.
And as the senator walks up this way, I'd like to invite Mr. Gandhi and Mr. Pulivarti to the stage as well. Senator, indulge me just one moment.
How are you this evening? Nice to see you. Thanks. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
And let me step over here.
Okay.
It is our honor that we present to you this evening Senator Chris Van Hollen, the 2023 Mahatma Gandhi Global Leadership Peace Award. On behalf of the U.S.-India SME Council, we thank you for your dedication, we thank you for your spirit, we thank you for your hard work. Thank you. Senator, a few words, please.
Well, Mihir, I don't know where Mihir went, but I want to thank you for that wonderful explanation of the history and philosophy of civil disobedience, how it began in India, came to the United States and back to India. I also want to thank Maureen.